Alexandr Dugin is a Russian political philosopher who's been called the Putin whisperer. He's got Vladimir Putin's ear, and he's really influential in shaping Russian policy at the highest level.
His earliest claim to fame was back in 1991 when he published a pamphlet which read The War of the Continents. Dugin described an ongoing geopolitical struggle between two types of global powers. In Dugin's understanding, eternal Carthage was historically embodied by the Greek democracy, by the Dutch and British empires, and of course its 21st century version was the United States. Eternal Rome, on the other hand, was embodied by Nazi Germany and now Russia. For Dugin, the conflict between these two will last until one is completely destroyed. Dugin continuously returned to what he saw as the virtues of Nazi practices.
The majority of humanity is somehow on our side.
His greatest creation has been Neo-Eurasianism. Eurasianism is a worldview which is authoritarian. It is definitely anti-American and anti-European. It also values religion and public submission of the people. He has popularized the president's position on issues like limits to personal freedom, traditional understanding of family, intolerance of homosexuality.
A global dominance of the LGBT plus, technological, technocentric, technocratic West.
In fact, the Russian people agree with Dugin's worldview. And most importantly, Eurasianism is expansionist by its very definition.
Because Russia is both part of Europe and Asia, Dugin thinks Russia should embrace this geopolitical uniqueness and dominate both spheres.
Dugin believes that the Eurasian state must incorporate all of the former Soviet states, including Ukraine, members of the socialist bloc, and of course, establish a protectorate of sorts over all European Union members.
In Dugin's mind, an independent Ukraine stands in the way of Russia becoming a transcontinental superpower.
And Ukraine will disappear during this conflict.
Убивать, убивать и убивать. Больше разговоров никаких не должно быть. Как профессор.
So in 1997, you wrote a book called Foundations of Geopolitics. And in it, you talked about how Russia should return to being a global superpower.
Dugin wrote that for Russia to rebuild its power globally, it would need to use disinformation, destabilization, and annexation.
You proposed that Russia annex Ukraine. You said that Russia should encourage Britain to leave the EU, Brexit. You suggested that Russia make Iran an ally. Now, it does sound as if Mr. Putin is following your blueprint. He listened to you, but he's going too slow.
Too slow, yes.